Hey traders, back to another setups breakdown video. So let's talk about some of the position that I'm holding right now. So on one end, I'm holding my gold short. Been holding this since yesterday. Some of you still ask me how did I get an entry there at 3334. Why wasn't it lower at 3329, or why did I choose to scale it at 3324? So let's talk about the entire thought process all over again. And before we get started, I just want to say this. I expect short-term ranges plus short-term exhaustions on gold. I don't expect this to reverse all the way into probably 2500 or 2000 level. And I'm not a market wizard. I can't predict how deep will it be, because some of you ask me, hey, you short this, why do you target here at 3261? How long do you expect it will take for price to go into 3261? Asking all these questions will never help you in terms of your technical analysis ability. It will never help you. The real trading is just you take the trade according to your criteria, according to your checklist. Then you allow market to tell you whatever it wants, to move however it wants. If you have the expectation of, okay, I take this position and it needs to move to my TP within 5 hours, like who are we to even do all these predictions? So go back to it. On a daily time frame, we have multiple exhaustions, and if you drop down to we can just talk about this on the 4 hour. First failure at 3426, 3427. Secondary failure here. If I remove all of the zone, so let's remove everything, it will look a lot clearer. First failure here, we have a clear rollover here. Some of it call it rising wedge. I don't really call it that way. Then we have a TPF here, clear, left shoulder, hit right shoulder. Then also at the same time, price respected, because you see, support and resistance are more of a, I've said this like a ladder or like a staircase, one step lower, one step lower. Major swing high, important swing high, important swing high. So below this TPF, the next resistance will be 3364. If price can't even hold above 3364, then obviously we are only going to hit lower. So remove this. Below this 3360, where's the following resistance? Right here. Simple. So this is the following resistance. After seeing price did multiple rejections here, I then started to drop down onto the lower time frame and say, okay, I wanted to get in here, but it happened when, if you look at the time at the bottom, okay, let me put a vertical line here. You see that? This rejection happened right on market open. So on market open, spike hit the high at 33.45. You see the high of, look at this figure here, the high of this candle is 33.45.88. hit that 33.45.88, then we dropped. So after we rejected, guess what? I expect price not to go back. So this is a very easy thought process. When price rejected level, move on to next, move on to next. Then below that, when I saw the consolidation here at around 33.36, that's when I took a short. After I see this rejection candle, I actually waited for the pullback to happen. So it dropped. I don't want to short it there. I could as well. Actually, I could just short it here, stop loss above the high. More likely it's going to be the same RR as well. But I decided to wait for a pullback, and then I shorted there. And after price drop, I said that I was confident on the trade. When price rejected this area, I was even more confident. So I scaled in here at 33.24. Why 33.24? Because it's also a major resistance. If you look at the 1 hour, then you can see that if I put on a horizontal line here, see that? So it's been a major resistance, now turns a major support, now turn resistance. So when I see price do a bear flag here, I know it's very likely to drop. Then when price pull back here, some of you say, is it a bullish signal? Because some of you were looking to buy this, and I say, no, I'm not. I'm going to hold on to my short. I believe it will drop. So I held it overnight, and I'm still holding it. So my minimum target on this trade will be at 32.61. Why? Because I'm not going to risk anticipating price to break below the zone. If it breaks below, I can re-short it based on another BNR to the downside. So very simple. If it breaks below, I can re-short it. So my TP were 33.58, 32, around 32.58, 32.60. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you are still looking for another entry, I do think there's a possible one, but which is quite close to our, quite close to our area right now. So you are basically chasing it. If you don't feel confident, if you want a major setup, something that you might be able to hold it for 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, it might be a break below 32.54. That will be another entry. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the recap and also potential setups on gold. Either you short it at 32.95 or you short it below 32.53. So besides that, I also want to give a follow up on pound yen. I took a loss. In fact, on Monday, when price, remember Monday, if you look at our setup channel, I shared 2 possible scenarios. So over the weekend, I only talk about 2 keys. Let's put it this way. I talk about 3 key setups. One is I want to buy Aussie dollar, but I'm looking to buy at 0.6367. But I told you all that I won't be waiting for this because this is going to take some time. If it's not coming back, I'm fine. The first one was Aussie dollar. Second one was gold short. So on Monday, it dropped a little bit too quick. Frankly speaking, on Monday, if you look at price action, that was Monday. If all of it go back to our weekly meeting, I said that I'm looking to short into the potential if I put on the replay. That was Monday. On our Sunday meeting, that was when candle stops. And I say I'm looking to short into this to the downside. And very unfortunately, I wasn't able to cash that because it dropped a little bit too early. You see, it dropped since 6 a.m. on Monday. So we just dropped all the way. Some of you took longs here, beautiful, to the upside. But I was still waiting for price to pull back for another short. So I'm going to hold on to this. The third setup that I share was pound yen. I said that I'm still expecting, if you look at the daily, because of this significant rejection at 198.70, I said that I was also looking to short pound yen, but I was proven completely wrong. I waited for price to close back below the zone, so it offers me a retest opportunity at 197.50, sort of a TPF entry as well. But one thing I do have to be frank, I could have saw the how can I say, the continuation here, because when price did a double rejection here at 196.94, I was quite concerned that would this be more of a bull flag scenario to the upside, and it really happened. When I shorted at 197.50, so my entry, to be precise, it was 197.501. When I shorted there, it did drop for about 1 hour. Then I was running a few meetings, no excuse here. I was running a few meetings. After the meeting, I saw price just slam into my SL. So, but either way, it's not something that I could have managed better as well, because I did not move stops to B until I see price hits the prior low or prior high. That's one of my key mechanical trade management model. So unless price comes back to 196, so we reject. If we come back below, when price hits the low, that's when I start reducing my risk. But it didn't happen. 1 hour here at the peak, then it just started reversing. I take a full loss here, and some of you still try to short into the high at 198.70. I would just say no, I'm wrong, completely wrong. I cannot keep extend my invalidation point. My initial invalidation point was at 197.10. When price broke above and showed another key rejection here, if you look at the 16-hour, when we broke above this level, this key resistance, I took multiple shorts and I still made money. When price broke above, I wanted to let go of the pad because it's not something that fits my game plan anymore. But price still gave me one more signal to the downside. If I put on the replay, it was looking pretty bearish. And that was again me shorting into this was still sticking to my overall analysis. Because of this big wave down, I was happy to give it, okay, one more chance. And that's what it takes. Sometimes a good setup can really take multiple attempts. The wrong mentality is, if I'm right one time, I should be correct. If you have been trading long enough in the game long enough, if you have traded big figures, you know that profitable trading is about knowing exactly what's your defense line. So every single trade idea that I have, I want to short GJ. How should I structure my entry? How should I allocate my risk appropriately? In that way, no matter how I'm not overly exposed, I'm not overly biased on this pair. Because the last thing you want it to happen is you blindly shorting. If you structure your entry properly, even if you are at the wrong direction, you will still make money. It's just you make small money, not big money. So when price did that, I was happy to give it one more attempt, and guess what? I got stopped out. So I got stopped out. In short, I lost $12,000. I'll pull up my P&L in a screenshot in a bit. So I lost $12,000 on this one, and then it reversed back up. But overall, this gold short is running quite well. I don't know later, but right now it's running quite well, running 50 over K. So you can see it's still net positive because I always structure my entry properly, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Any question, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye bye.